Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to talk about how in the beginning of this journey, when I first learned about the diet disease connection, I was so excited. I was so excited because it was like information that I finally got a hold of, like some truth in this mixed up world, and it just, the simplicity of it and how it made so much sense. And I was so excited. I just wanted to share it with everyone. And I was going around, just telling people about how they could heal their health issues and how life doesn't have to be so hard. And I was sharing it around, and I quickly, got put in my place. I quickly realized that the majority of people, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to change. They don't believe you, and they don't want to hear it. And that's that. And so I quietly slinked off and started a YouTube channel and kind of got more involved online with social media. And the only people I share the information with now are those who come to me or, come across my channel and have questions, or, in real time, in real life, I don't talk about it with anybody. They ask me questions, sure, I'll answer, but I don't volunteer this information anymore. And that's because I'm protecting myself and my energy, and my time is valuable, and this information is valuable. And if you want it, you've got to seek it out yourself, because if somebody just tells you about it, it's just going to go in one ear and out the other, and you'll be on to the next thing, and you'll try it for a week, and then you'll just let it go. So in the beginning, I was so excited to share this information, and then, I went through a few phases, and then I kind of, withdrew, and I just focused on myself, and I got myself healthy, because when I was sharing the information in the beginning, I wasn't as healthy as I am today, let's say. I definitely wasn't. And so obviously, why would you want to listen to somebody too that doesn't look the part, I guess you could say. I mean, so I withdrew, and I just focused on myself, and I worked on myself, and I didn't have all the correct information in the beginning either. I was taking some things to extremes. I was doing extreme juice cleanses. I even dabbled in dry fasting. I was taking the enervating, irritating herbs. I was, underfeeding. Like, there was all these mistakes that I was making. But once I finally got it right and got healthy, then that's when I started sharing this information on social media and kind of get more involved. And then as strangers were, following me and celebrating me, my family and friends, I guess you could say, or extended, started to come around a little more. It's true. It's like until strangers, acknowledge what you're saying, or validate what you're saying, your family and friends will be the last. In fact, they still are the very last. I mean, I have friends that are my friends that have even acknowledged or talked to me about writing books. Like, this is some of the biggest accomplishments in my life, and I can't share it with them. I don't feel comfortable because they don't want to hear it. It's quite strange, because I feel like even if I was like on the other side and I was, still eating the standard diet, and one of my friends, reclaimed her health and healed her health issues and defied what the doctors were saying, when the doctors were telling me I was going to be on a lifetime of pain medication, and I just couldn't accept that. And I dug and I dug and I went through all these tough times to get to where I am today with my health. I mean, I'm 47 and I get to live in the best health that I've ever experienced. Even in my 20s, I was always sick. I didn't get to experience this type of health. But even after all that, family and friends, it's like crickets. They don't want to hear it. I mean, not all of them, obviously. I have some awesome sisters that really care and are interested in things like that. But, for the most part. But what I'm trying to say is that what we need to do is just focus on ourselves, because those who are ready to hear it or to live it or to find out about it, they will just show up in your life. Like, I have a little part-time job here in my small town, and this, I had an encounter. I won't go into it, but this gentleman, he came into my office and he asked me to help him with something in the outside world. So I said, sure, I'll help him with that. And after I helped him, we had to get a drill and I had to help him get into a building, a woodshed. Anyways, I won't go into detail about that. But afterwards, I just told him, because he's in his 70s, I just said, if you ever need help with anything again, just call me. And I gave him my card, and my card is a health coach, with my phone number and author and all that. Anyways, he came by the office again and he was like, what kind of books did you write? And I was like, oh, well, they're not really for everyone. It's kind of on the extreme side. That's what society perceives it as, the extreme side. And I said, but yeah, I wrote books on health and healing, and because I healed my health issues and all this, and he was very interested, but I didn't push or anything. And so anyways, he comes back into my office, like, I don't know, maybe a week later, and he was so excited. He was just like, I read your book. And he's like, and I want to read Arnold Ehret's book, some of the books you spoke about in your book. And he's just like, and I started, eating differently. I already was, he said he was already like thinking along the lines of health anyways, and realizing that the doctors weren't helping him. And he was already getting ready, I guess, to meet me. Anyway, so I lent him my Arnold Ehret book. I brought that for him, and I gave him my other book, and he was like a sponge, and he was reading it, and he's like coming into the office to talk to me about it, and just like, he was ready. He wanted the information. I didn't have to push. And so when people are ready for the information, they will find it. But even in this mixed up world where this type of information, because it sounds so crazy to people, what? We're only designed to eat the foods that grow in nature and not even the ones that you cook? Because if you have to cook it, it's not food for us, because all the food that is designed for us, we can eat and enjoy raw first and foremost. So now it's like I'm mentoring this gentleman in town, and and this is what prompted me to even make this video, is he was speaking to people in his life, right? He's like trying to share this information. He's like so excited about it, and he's sharing this information, and his daughter on the phone, and she's a health person. I mean, she's in the health industry, but obviously on the misinformation side without knowing it, because that's what most people are on that side in life. And that's unfortunate, but it's only the misinformation that gets circulated because they don't want healthy, sound mind people running around, creating and building and not needing their services and systems that are all around us for us to just continue getting sicker and less. Anyways, I won't go into that. But so he came into my office again, and he's like, I've been trying to tell people about this information, trying to help them, and none of them want to hear it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes. And I basically shared with him that I was that way in the beginning as well, but you gotta kind of keep it to yourself. Just do your thing. People will come to you when the time is right, when they see, they have to come to you. If they don't come to you, that information is just going to go in one ear and out the other. So the various phases I went through was that, at first I wanted to tell everyone. Then I went kind of recluse and I just focused on myself. And then I came out into the world, on social media, and started sharing this information more because I was healthier and happier, and I had, healed a lot and figured out a lot. And then, I started coaching people, and people started, started meeting people that are on the same path and they understand this information. But now today, it's like I'm feeling like this comes in waves the way I feel, but I don't really want to share it. I mean, but I have a moral duty in a sense to share it. And I'm not even a fan of being on camera and making videos and doing all this stuff. And, and I didn't think I was, anyways, I didn't even think I was going to write any more books. I thought, okay, that's it. I've said it all. And now I'm thinking about writing another book. And it's like, I have this love-hate relationship with this path because really, I mean, for me, I'm happiest just in the garden, outside in nature, just keeping to myself. I'm more like a lone wolf. I always have been. I mean, I'm very social too because I'm a Gemini. Like, I have two sides to me, but I'm very recluse as well. And so for me, it's just like I have this love-hate relationship with this path, but I'm trying to keep a healthy balance with sharing this information, but not making it such a big deal in my life where it's taking over my life. Anyways, I don't even know why I'm making this. I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to kind of get back online because I haven't made videos since before Christmas and just say, hey everyone, this path is still very real and very important to follow. And it's like, once you know about it, you have a moral obligation to live it. And I'm going to go into another video about that actually. So stay tuned. I'm going to do it right after this, and I'm not changing or anything. So I'm going to have a few videos of me wearing the same stuff, but I don't really care because I'm not really here for that. I'm just here to share information. So I hope everyone's doing well. Pick up my book if you feel so inclined. It's on Audible now. I mean, I have Vital Fuel, Eat Right for Your Species Type on Audible, and I'm really excited about that. So please feel free to pick up a copy, and I'll leave links in the comments description below or whichever. And I hope everybody has an amazing, healthy new year. Our support group is in full swing. We had more signups than ever by offering the $15 a month discount. Or not discount, just across the board is $15 a month for new members and recurring members. And the group is just, so going so well, and people are figuring things out for themselves, and I just love that because the truth is simple and we don't need anything complicated, and that's why this truth is buried, because as soon as people figure it out for themselves, you no longer need so many things. There's so much that you can just get rid of. I mean, I don't even really need dish soap. I don't really use it except for maybe the counters a little, but really, it's like there's so much. You don't need doctors. You don't need... I won't list it all because it sounds crazy to people, but there's just a lot that I don't have to bother with or deal with, and it makes life so much easier and more enjoyable. And, I'm not waiting in lineups for certain things. I'm not looking to get this. I don't need that. I get to sail through life, and it's a lot less of an effort than it was in the past. So, Happy New Year, everyone! I hope everyone's doing well. And thank you if you made it this far for watching, because I just ramble. But anyways, ciao.